Once upon a time, in the heart of a bustling city, tucked away behind a high brick wall, lay a secret garden unlike any other. This was the Enchanted Garden, a place of magic and wonder where flowers sang, trees whispered secrets, and animals spoke in gentle, melodic voices. The garden was tended by a kind old gardener named Mr. Willow. He had cared for the garden for as long as anyone could remember, and under his loving touch, it flourished and bloomed more beautifully than any other garden in the city. One day, as Mr. Willow was tending to the roses, he heard a soft, tinkling laughter coming from the bushes. Curious, he followed the sound and discovered a group of fairies dancing in a beam of sunlight. The fairies were tiny, with shimmering wings that sparkled in the sunlight, and they welcomed Mr. Willow with warm smiles. "We are the guardians of the Enchanted Garden," the Fairy Queen explained. "We have watched over this place for centuries, but now we are growing old and weak. We need someone to take our place and keep the garden safe." Mr. Willow was honored by the fairies' request and promised to do his best to care for the garden and protect its magic. The fairies, pleased with his answer, bestowed upon him a special gift, a small silver key that glowed with a faint, otherworldly light. "This key will unlock the true magic of the garden," the Fairy Queen said. "Use it wisely and the garden will thrive. But be warned, if it falls into the wrong hands, the magic will be lost forever." With that, the fairies disappeared into the bushes, leaving Mr. Willow alone with the key. He knew that he had been entrusted with something truly special, and he vowed to protect the garden with all his heart. As the years passed, the Enchanted Garden became a place of joy and wonder for all who visited. Children would come from far and wide to see the talking animals, dance with the fairies, and marvel at the beauty of the flowers. And through it all, Mr. Willow cared for the garden with a love and dedication that never wavered. But one day, a dark shadow fell over the garden. A group of greedy developers had discovered its existence and planned to destroy it to make way for a new shopping mall. Mr. Willow was heartbroken. He knew that if the garden was destroyed, the magic would be lost forever. Desperate to save the garden, Mr. Willow remembered the silver key that the fairies had given him. With trembling hands, he inserted the key into the lock of a hidden gate at the back of the garden. To his amazement, the gate swung open, revealing a path that led deep into the heart of the garden. Following the path, Mr. Willow came to a clearing where a majestic tree stood, its branches reaching up to the sky. At the base of the tree lay a stone altar, upon which rested a crystal chalice filled with sparkling water. Realization dawned on Mr. Willow. The crystal chalice contained the essence of the garden's magic. If he could protect it, the garden would be saved. With a determined heart, Mr. Willow picked up the chalice and hurried back to the main garden, where the developers were already starting to tear down the walls. Holding the chalice aloft, he spoke words of magic that he had learned from the fairies, and a powerful force field surrounded the garden, protecting it from harm. The developers, realizing that they were no match for the garden's magic, retreated, leaving the Enchanted Garden safe and secure once more. From that day on, Mr. Willow was known as the guardian of the Enchanted Garden, and he continued to care for it with a love and dedication that never wavered. And the garden, with its magic intact, continued to be a place of joy and wonder for all who visited, a testament to the power of love, courage, and the magic that lies within us all.